You're listening to the Things Podcast, brought to you by the Things Industries.
Tristan, thank you very much for making time available, passing by, dropping in here at the table. How's it going?
It's well, very good. Hi, Robert. Yeah, it's been my first time at Things, and it's been quite an exciting conference so far. Great conversations, great venue, great city. So thank you for having me.
Lots of things happening here.
Lots of things happening here. Lots of work to do when I get home. Lots of weeks to follow up. So that's a good thing to do.
So in which area are you working? So you're from Scilabs. So I think you're not making sensors. You're more in the you'll tell me.
Yes. Okay. So we're Silicon Labs, and like the name suggests, we are semiconductor. So we make the chip. What we do is we are 100% dedicated to IoT. So we do radio transceivers and radio SoCs that are the heart of your application for a wireless application. So Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, sub-gigahertz, 15.4 mesh, Zigbee, Wirepass, essentially as many protocols as we can do, we make a chipset for it.
And also, okay, so you've got a range of radio technologies on your socks, which people are able to use.
Correct. And with that, yes, we cover many technologies, but the way we organize our business is by application segment. So in IoT in particular, we have an entire home and consumer business, a smart home. Then we have like smart health. And then the other side is industrial and commercial. So retail tracking, asset tracking, telematics, smart building, smart agriculture. So we are really the one-stop shop for any application with a wireless radio.
Okay, and what is your main market segment?
Me personally, I look after two segments. I look after our asset tracking. So that's quite a lot. That's like pallet tracking, pharmaceutical tracking, container tracking, parcel tracking. And then I also look after our enterprise access points. So the things that are mounted to the ceiling in the warehouse. And the reason I look after both of them is I cover the end device and the gateway.
Okay.
So my role is to scale that entire market.
Okay.
So that my customers could make end devices and connect to gateways, and my gateway customers have markets to go tackle.
Okay, so the gateways basically support the devices which are scattered around, lying around, and need to communicate to.
That's exactly right. Okay. Yes.
And what kind of end products do your components end up in?
Okay, so yes.
Trackers?
Asset trackers, electronic shelf labels, light bulbs. So this is Silicon Labs.
Yeah.
What I look after are always asset trackers, pallet trackers, labels that go on boxes, things that go on big cargo containers.
And these are manufactured
Trucks, yeah.
And these are manufactured by your customers, how could you see it? Not by yourself, your customers are in designing your shop.
Exactly. So we make the SoC.
Yeah.
And we also make modules.
Okay.
So they build the whole solution. So they make the end product that they go certify if it's a Bluetooth product, for example. But yes, so we have myself in asset tracking. I have maybe 300 plus customers, all making different devices and solving different problems.
Okay, so they start with a module, which they can plug in on the board-to-board connector on the main PCB. And then in the end, when it starts rolling, they say, oh yeah, it's interesting, let's start with a sock. And then they go down.
Because of the development kit, right? We have a Explorer, we call it a Explorer Award, a prototyping kit. And we have a bunch of sample applications, and then they're supposed to accelerate the end product design.
Yeah, and these market segments, because there are a lot of competing radio technologies, everybody has their own benefits, of course. So what are the typical, ones popping up, or which you say, well, these are the ones are there already for decades? Can you say something about that?
Yeah, I would say like our claim to fame. It's a good point. It's like, well, what's different about Silicon Labs? Besides being the entire solution for IoT, if you have a product that is Bluetooth and you have the same product but you want it to be a 15.4 mesh, you would choose Scilabs. Because if you design the first product, the time to market for the second product is that much quicker. And you see that in different frequency bands across different countries. But most importantly, our claim to fame is really the lowest power at all of those protocols.
Okay.
So IoT is very complicated.
Okay, yeah.
So what we do is we focus on that and we add an MCU to it. Whereas the inverse is very complicated. If you make a very good MCU and you want to embark on the IoT side, that's very complicated.
Okay.
So that is why Silicon Labs is a leader, is we focus on the most challenging part, which is IoT part.
And what is the power usage for this kind? Can you give me some numbers?
We're talking microamps, right? When a device is asleep,
Yeah.
We're talking microamps. Even when it's transmitting, we're in order of milliamps. So the idea is it's meant to be a 10-year coin cell battery.
Okay.
Right? So like applications in your home, or things that are asset trackers, or things that are, in the roof, or, things you can't get access to.
So you
Or batteryless, for instance.
So you support system integrators with this, and does this mean you're offering the gateways for that? Does it also mean that you are offering backend services, for example, head-end systems gathering the data, for example, or do customers need to do that themselves?
Yeah, customers do it themselves, and it's a good point. We're not a SaaS, right? We develop the hardware, but we have what we call ecosystems, right? So many of our customers are either on a Matter ecosystem or a Cisco ecosystem or Google Find My, Apple Find My. So if you put our chipset down by partnering with Silicon Labs, you have access to all of that. But ultimately, the customer chooses the infrastructure, chooses their cloud, and they develop their own dashboard. Okay, so that's their solution.
Okay. And what are the major the 3 points which are most important to take into account with when you want to make your product connected from your point of view? So suppose I've got a device which is offline, was there, dumb, blinking a LED when something's wrong, and I would like to make it connected. What are the 3 points you really need to address?
It's a good question. I would say like coverage.
Okay.
Right? Because like
The RF part.
the RF part, which is very challenging. I guess the 2 challenges is like range and power.
Yeah.
They are inversely proportional. If you want better range, you have to supply more power, and that will reduce your battery count.
Yeah.
So it's finding the balance so that your device can last many, many years while still having range. I would say the other important thing is coexistence. In the air, there are so many packets flying around, so many different frequencies, so many different bands. Wi-Fi and Bluetooth are competing for the same type of device. So that is why you need someone like Silicon Labs, who's an expert in not only antenna design, but sharing of channels for coexistence. Because you can simulate a product, you can design a product. When you deploy it in real life, you'll see how noisy things are and that how your product does not work how you intended it. So, coexistence, range, coverage, and power.
Okay. If people want to reach out, where they need to go to?
Yes, SciLabs.com. So we're called Silicon Labs, but we call ourselves SciLabs. SciLabs.com. You can navigate through applications, through technologies. We have hundreds of hours of video demos. We have GitHubs full of examples. We're on Mouser, we're on DigiKey, we're with Arrow. So
It was the good news. Summer ended, so there's not lots of time to start with proof concepts.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. This is
Very good, very good. Thank you so much. Cheers.